Stream Elements said, "What if_productions is now live, streaming Just Chatting, editing some event photography with Ben."
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top. Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
_Emily Y. Welcome to my channel. _L0 Neely_girl. Welcome to my channel. ASMR_Miyu. Welcome to my channel. Alicidra. Welcome to my channel. O1 Ella. Welcome to my channel. D0NK7. Welcome to my channel.
Yeti. Testing. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be doing some architectural photo editing of a house that I shot yesterday. We're going to be doing some exterior pictures and some twilight pictures. I'm going to join...
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to my channel.
And then I'm going to join the voice channel on Discord for the photography group if anybody wants to chat in there, but I'll be on there. Okay. So I've already loaded these up into Camera Raw here. And what I'm going to do here is, and actually I think I'll make my window smaller because that's huge. Let's fix that. It's taking up like most of the screen there. There we go, that's better. Okay, so start with this shot first. I have a raw adjustment that I applied to all of these, so it's already done the lens correction and everything like that. And then I'm going to come in here, we're going to bring our saturation up to 100, and let's try and find something that is white. It's going to look off for a second here just because our saturation is up too high. Maybe give that a little bit more warmness. Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to hit done on that. And I'm using Bridge here to edit my photos, so I'm going to go into load files into Photoshop layers. Give that a second to load up here. While that's loading up, I'm going to start the stream on Instagram as well. Give me just 1 second here. I gotta use a special app to do that.
Marking. Welcome to my channel.
Okay, let me get the stream going for Instagram here, because basically on Instagram I'm just going to show the editing. There's not going to be any audio on there, stuff like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to drag my mid exposure down just because I want this to be more of a like moody kind of like shot. A little bit brighter than the way that this shot looks. So first off, let's align our layers here. Since it's architecture, we want to make sure that we didn't have any shifting between our frames while we were taking our shots. Give that a second to align. We'll just double check everything real quick. Make sure there's not any crazy movement or anything like that. Okay, that looks good. So now what I'm going to come into here, I have some raw adjustment actions that I've made to make this a little bit quicker. So this is going to darken. Oop, that was the wrong one. Yeah, let's get to F4. Yeah, so darken the bright one so we can blend that better with this one down here. And then we're going to brighten our dark one because that's when how we're going to recover our highlight details. Do F5 on that. And then I'm going to use what we call Instamask here. It allows you to choose your tones based on what kind of tones they would fall into, whether they're brights, darks, midtones, colors, etc. So let's start with our dark tones here. Okay, Isaiah. We're going to blend our brights in there. And probably what I'll do with the bright layer is I'll just tone it down just a little bit by dropping the opacity. That way it has more of a mood to it. brights look good. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna merge our layers together here. Okay, now let's take this into Camera Raw here. And what I usually start by doing is I give my image 10 more contrast than I gave it at the beginning. And then let's do some straightening. Okay, now let's go into our exposure here. And we're going to push our exposure until it kind of starts to glow a little bit, but we still have that dark kind of like look to it. Okay, then we're going to push our shadows a little bit. Right there is good. Then we're going to pull our blacks a little bit. Let me full screen this so this is bigger to see. Okay. So now I'm going to push my whites a little bit on this image. We're just going to push them real hard until we see that kind of peak a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to come in, I'm going to pull my highlights down just a little bit. Looks like right there is good. We might do a little bit more exposure. Okay, let's sharpen this image. Okay, let's see here. We might go into curves on this one just because I may want to give it a little bit more mood. Just play with it here. Make a little like S curve there. I'm going to turn off our highlight notification triangle there. Okay, we're going to hit OK on that. Okay, now let's make a hue saturation. I also have an action for this. So basically what I do in my hue saturation, obviously we're pulling out all the saturation and then we're adding brightness to it just so it looks more white, I guess you could say. And let's start by selecting some colors that should be white. And we're going to clean up some of our mixed light here. We might try and grab some other colors out as well, because it looks like there's a lot of orange in here maybe.
Lex, welcome to my channel.
Thanks for watching the stream. And then let's go in here, we're going to paint out some more of our color. Just cleaning this up a little bit, if there's anything that we can clean up a little bit more. Okay, and that looks good to me, and what I'm going to do here now is I add a brightness layer just to move my exposure a little bit more. Okay, and we're going to set that to 10. It gets our highlight tones a little bit closer to where they should be. We still kind of keep some of our moodiness to our picture. I'm going to save that one out as a PSD. And we'll save that. Okay, let's launch our next one. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna label this red just because I'm not gonna use this set. Probably need about 4 exposures on this one. I think we'll start by color balancing this if we can do it. Go over to color here. We'll probably start there. Let's see what it did to the blue sky. Did it hit the blue sky a little? Probably 2. So let's dial that down on this one. So I'm going to hit done on that. That way our raw adjustments apply. And then I'm going to open these 4 files up as Photoshop layers. Okay, so I'm looking for kind of like a mid-tone starting point, which that one looks kind of like it's going to be the one. Again, I'm going to go in, I'm going to have it align all the layers in case there was any movement between my frames. Okay, and I think we're good there. I think it lined all that up pretty good. So let's start with this one. Let's make this one darker. Yeah, let's make this one brighter. And then this one, we may have to do an adjustment to it, but we'll see if we can just straight blend the sky in. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to select my dark tones. And we'll blend these two together by doing a layer mask. Okay. So now let's come over to our brights here so we can recover a little bit more of our sky. You probably want to get a little bit more strict than that on this image. Okay, we recovered a little bit there, but not quite enough. So we're probably going to go into this, pull back a little bit of the highlights, and that should give us probably enough data to finally pull that sky in without there being any halo edges. Okay, so let's select our brights again. Let's get really strict with this. And I'm select that, and I'm just going to paint this white here. I'm going to bring my opacity up to 100 because this is my luminance mask. We basically want all of this information, so I'm going to paint it in. So basically we're going to try and do a full sky pull if we can here. Try that to start out with. Okay, that looks like a pretty good mask. Let's try just straight pulling our sky in. And it looks like it grabbed too much, or I need to adjust how this is blending. So maybe I'll delete that. We'll brighten this one up a little bit. And we'll pull down a little bit on our highlights. And let's blue the sky maybe a little bit more by using our luminance and our saturation. Okay, that should be a better blend. Let's try that again. Let's try having it just select the sky on this one. So we're going to merge these layers together. And let's select our sky here. Okay, let's try doing a straight sky pull again. That looks like I still need to bring this up a stop, possibly. Get it to blend better. So let's go up a stop. Okay, that's looking a lot better, actually. Blends a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to merge all of these layers now, and we're going to unify all of this into one layer so we can do our raw adjustments on our file. I'm going to come over to the contrast here. We're going to bring our contrast up to 10. I'm going to push our shadows a little bit here. I don't know if I really need to do a whole lot of exposure work on this one. Let's bring up our blacks a little bit. And let's push our whites just a hinch. And let's pull down on our highlights, and we'll try to bring back as much detail as we can in those overexposed areas. Okay. Now let's do some geometry. Let's straighten this. And then let's do some sharpening. And I'm just going to hold down Alt here on the mask to make it so it's only sharpening the white edges instead of everything. Okay. And I like the way that this looks. Let me see if there's anything else I want to do to it. Maybe make the sky a little bit bluer, possibly. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go into our color mixer. And we're going to up our blue saturation just a little bit. Okay. That's looking good. We're going to save that one out. Eventually we'll drop a image in the TV screen there. Maybe, actually I think I'm going to give it just a slight exposure adjustment. Just give it until it glows a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let's save that one out. And let's save that as a PSB. Let's come back over to Bridge here. We're going to label that one done. We're labeled that one done.